You ready? It's just a Diet Coke. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the council meeting. It's March 16, 2026. I call to order a meeting with the Havre Grace Mayor and City Council. I'll do the roll call. Find the paper with your names on it. Council President.
Here.
Councilmember Boyer.
Here.
Councilmember Shanegas.
Here.
Councilmember Boger.
Here.
Councilmember Jones.
Present.
Councilmember Ellis.
Present.
All council members are present and accounted for. Please join me for the Pledge of Allegiance and opening prayer. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If I could ask everyone to kindly remain standing as I ask the council president to give us the opening prayer for tonight's meeting.
Bow your heads. Supreme Architect of the universe, we invoke thy blessing at this time. May this meeting thus begun in order to be conducted in peace and closed in harmony. Amen.
Amen. If I could ask everyone, just real quick, just to one final, thank you very much, Council President. A few days ago, we had a tragedy in the city of Havre Grace. The house on 848 Erie Street caught fire. Not only caught fire, but two Havre Grace citizens lost their lives. And if I could please give a moment of silence to the life of Camilla Clark Hicks and her husband, Mormon Howard Hicks, I would appreciate it. Everybody, thank you very much for that moment of silence. Thank you. We're going to go to item 5, which was a proclamation for the World Down Syndrome Day. And we were looking forward to presenting this in person to the recipients. But due to the weather this evening, they asked if it could be handed to them in person at another time. But if you wouldn't mind, everybody, I would like to read this into the record. We did this proclamation last year, and it's our honor to do it again this year. And actually, did anybody catch the Channel 11 news thing they had on Luckiest Light? Wasn't that good? Yes, it was beautiful. That was excellent. So Channel 11 News, I forget what time it was, like right before 6 o'clock, had a really nice, like 5-minute segment on Luckiest Light today. They came up and interviewed the owner and some of the people there, and Joey Harder. A lot of people know Joey Harder. But see if you can, maybe it'll be on 11 o'clock news tonight, but it was really nice news segment they had on Luckiest Light. So it gives me great pleasure to read this proclamation into the record, even though they're not able to be here this evening. So this is a proclamation from the city of Havre Grace for World Down Syndrome Day, March 20, which is the Saturday, March 21st, 2026. Whereas the World Down Syndrome Day observed annually on March 21st is a global initiative to raise awareness about Down syndrome, promote inclusion, and celebrate the abilities and contributions of individuals with Down syndrome. And whereas Down syndrome occurs when an individual has an extra copy of chromosome 21, making this state, symbolizing the 21st day of the third month, particularly significant for advocacy and education. And whereas the City of Havre Grace community recognizes the inherent dignity, worth, and potential of every individual, including those with Down syndrome who enrich our schools, workplaces, neighborhoods, with their unique perspectives and talents. And whereas the City of Havre Grace is committed to building an inclusive community where all residents, regardless of ability, can thrive, participate, and contribute to the vibrancy of our city. Now, therefore, I, William T. Martin, along with the members of the Havre Grace City Council, proclaim March 21st, 2026 as World Down Syndrome Day in Havre Grace. We call upon our citizens to join in recognizing the value and achievements of individuals with Down syndrome and support efforts that promote their inclusion, well-being, and empowerment. So thank you all for allowing me to read this into the record. And this proclamation will be handed off, I think, on Saturday, right? Councilmember Ellis, right? Thank you very much for delivering that for us. We appreciate it. And given the weather this evening, just for posterity, I'm reading this to the record in case anybody watches this video 20 years from now. there was a bad forecast of storm this evening, and I told my some of my directors have a pretty decent commute. So I told my directors, you know, it was their decision whether or not to be here this evening, because I didn't want anybody getting caught in a bad torrential downpour. So if you're wondering where half my directors are, I let them know that they had a choice to stay home if they wanted to. Thank you. Okay, with that said, we move on to item number 6, approval of the minutes. City Council meeting minutes of March 2nd, 2026. Do I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Boker, seconded by Councilmember Shenagus.
I will be abstaining, Mr. Mayor, as I was not present.
Okay. Council President will not be voting.
I'll be
Any questions or
abstaining.
comments?
Abstaining as well.
Abstain as well. Okay, Councilmember Jones will be abstaining. Any other questions, comments, criticisms? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. City Council meeting minutes of March 2nd, 2026 are approved, 4-0 in the affirmative. We also have the City Council closed session meeting minutes, in which no votes were actually taken at that closed session meeting. But do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Councilmember Boyer, second by Councilmember Boker. Questions or comments? Well, actually,
As before, Mr. Mayor, I will be abstaining.
Councilmember Jones will be abstaining as well. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Closed council session meeting minutes of March 2nd, 2026 are approved, 4-0 in the affirmative. We now go to item 7, comments from citizens. This is the part of the meeting. If you wish to comment on an agenda item, now's the time to do so. And also, if you're here to speak on any other matter of city business, now's the time to do so as well. Normally, I will call upon citizens who fill out forms ahead of time, either online or outside the door, but I don't have any. So what I'll do is I'll just open up the floor. Please raise your hand and be recognized. Yes. Good evening and welcome to the meeting. May you please have your name and address for the record?
Good evening. I'm Carol Zimmerman. I live at 211B Seneca Way in Havre de Grace. And-
Welcome.
Well, thank you. And I just wanted to comment on the ordinance on silver housing communities. I wanted to commend you all for making a change in the ordinance to establish a minimum of 10 dwelling units for a HOA to be established, having that requirement of at least 10 units, with the exception of when there's common property. To me, that change makes sense from the standpoint of the cost and effort that the homeowners would have to exert to manage an HOA. So I appreciate that change. I did have a question for you on another amendment to the ordinance, and that was the minimum lot size has been nearly doubled from 1,500 square feet to 2,800 square feet. And so I would anticipate that would add to the cost of the houses, that are going to be built there because of the extra square footage requirement. And so what was the rationale behind that change, if you could let me know? I'm sorry?
The rationale of the change between 1,500 to 2,800 square feet.
It was just discretionary. It was just under recommendations based on dealing with the current lot sizes, the current zoning requirements, and the realistic need for it needing to be smaller. It wasn't required for the particular development that the city was looking at. So it was just, substance of, we didn't need it that small, so we didn't want to go that small.
Okay, I was just thinking of the presentation made by Clark Turner of the hospital property, and those were small lots, I believe, to
This will be-
accommodate, more density.
Yes, this will be consistent with that, so that's why it was made to fit with that particular project, because we didn't have anything else in front of us to go with. So we didn't want to make it smaller, make it too small, and just accommodate the current project. Of course, if something came forward in the future, then the city would reconsider this lot size.
Okay, so you're saying that the hospital development proposed a 2,800-foot lot size?
Go ahead, Adam.
They're less than 3,000 square feet.
Uh-huh.
So what we originally put down is 1,500 square feet. We learned that's not really realistic
Okay.
to develop on. So that's why we adjusted that a little bit.
Okay. All right, thanks for the explanation. And that's all I have.
Thank you. Anybody else wish to speak? Please raise your hand. Any comments from the council members? Okay, thank you very much, everybody. We will move on to appointments this evening. We do have one appointment, and it's a reappointment to the Marina Commission, and I'll hand that off to Councilmember Shenagus.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor and Council, I move to reappoint Jamie Bennett to the Marina Commission.
Second.
Council, I have a motion by Councilmember Shenagus, seconded by Councilmember Jones. This is the reappointment of Mr. Jamie Bennett to the Marina Commission. Questions or comments? Yes.
Jamie has been a wonderful addition to the Marina Commission. He is a part of the business community that connects us to the citizens, and he is a member or a vice president of the Hartford Bank, which, is very helpful because, he connects, people coming in, and, he's a part of the community, and he's very actively involved. So I appreciate having him. So thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Shenagus. Any other questions or comments? Okay, this is for the reappointment of Mr. Jamie Bennett to the Marina Commission. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Mr. Bennett is reappointed to Marina Commission by a vote of 6 in the affirmative. Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to number 9, recognitions. This evening we have no recognitions. Item 10, presentations. This evening we have no presentations. Item 11, resolutions, and we have no resolutions this evening. Which takes us to item 12, ordinances, and we do have 2 ordinances this evening. Both are second readers. And we will start off with the second reading of ordinance 1217. Councilmember Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to introduce ordinance 1217 concerning amending Chapter 205 zoning by adding new Article 11A titled Silver Housing Communities in the second reading.
Second.
Council, I have a motion by Councilmember Jones, seconded by Councilmember Shenagus. This is for the introduction of ordinance 1217 on second reading. Questions or comments on the introduction? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion to introduce 1217 carries 6-0 in the affirmative. This is an ordinance by the Mayor and City Council of Havre de Grace, Maryland, adopted pursuant to the authority of Article 11E of the Maryland Constitution. The Land Use Article, Section 7-302B, and Local Government Article of the Annotated Code of Maryland, and Sections 33 and 34 of the Havre de Grace City Charter, to amend City Code Chapter 205 zoning by adding a new Article 11A titled Silver Housing Communities. Council, to have a motion to adopt 1217.
Second.
A motion by Councilmember Boyer, second by the Council President. Questions or comments? Councilmember Jones.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I wanted to ask Mr. Rubinsky, we have 4 amendments, if he could read those, please.
Yes, ma'am. So I will be reading the items on your amendment sheet that are bold and underlined. So amendment number 1 on page 2, line 68, we're adding A, definitions. Then we're breaking this out. We're adding a definition, so we'll have definition number 1, which is already exists in the ordinance, and then we'll be adding, if adopted, the second definition, which is as follows: silver housing subdivision, a residential development consisting of 2 or more dwellings constructed on lot type S that are operated as a housing for older persons in accordance with the Fair Housing Act and subject to the requirements of Chapter 173 of the City Code. Amendment number 2 on page 3 in line 75 under subsection C, adding number 1, and then after lot type S, adding as part of the Silver Housing subdivision. And then adding subsection 2, a Silver Housing subdivision shall be limited to a maximum of 65 dwelling units. Adding subsection 3, a homeowners association shall be established for any new Silver Housing subdivision that contains shared or common space or has over 10 dwelling units. Amendment number 3, on page 3 in line 80, this is section D, striking one after the word of, striking 1.5 and adding 2. Then amendment number 4, this is on page 3, this is on the table, striking 1,500 square feet and adding 2,800 square feet. That's all the amendments.
Councilmember Jones, I take as a motion.
Yes.
Okay, I have a motion from Councilmember Jones. I have a second.
Second.
Second by the Council President. Motion by Councilmember Jones, second by Council President. That works. That's what I thought I heard you first. Questions or comments? Councilmember Boyer?
First, I want to say I'm very happy that we're increasing the parking. I think that's reasonable for vibrant senior living communities that we want them to be able to drive wherever they want and have more than one car. But I have a question in regards to the setback. We had questions just to confirm that the setback would be in alignment with what our zoning is for the rest of the city. Is that true? Versus the 5 foot that's within the ordinance?
Yeah, so under zoning code, section 205-9, let's see, where it says, I'll just read it. In order to preserve historic streetscapes and context, single-family and attached dwellings located within the National Register Historic District, which is basically all of downtown, shall have a maximum front yard setback no greater than what currently exists on adjoining properties and a minimum setback no less than what currently exists on adjoining properties. If adjoining properties have no dwellings or structures along the street frontage within the same city block, then there is no historic streetscape to preserve, and the minimum setbacks for such properties are those otherwise applicable pursuant to Table 1 of the zoning code. However, the Director of Planning may require and approve a greater setback if the Director of Public Works identifies conflicts with existing proposed utilities or other city assets, or the Director of Planning may approve a greater setback if the Director of Planning finds that the proposed setback is consistent with the setback for the majority of existing structures on adjacent properties along the street, or a generally consistent setback along the street or within the city block is not observed. And then anybody who doesn't like that, they can appeal to the Board of Appeals.
Okay, great, thank you.
Councilmember Shenanigans.
Thank you. Council, something to consider for the future. I know that we had talked about Lewis Street, and it had come up about changing it to a two-way street. Currently, it's one-way. If and when the whole entire community is built and we have parking, would we continue parking going one way and have it on both sides of the street? Or, you know, would we want to change the direction of the parking, you know, to something that would be more conducive to the two now parking streets, spaces? So, yes.
I think it would be prudent, if I may, Mr. Mayor, Council, maybe wait for a site plan to see how they have it all lined out, to see what they want, and then maybe the council can revisit it once I'm long gone.
Yes. Thank you, Council President. I know that we saw the plans, the preliminary plans, and that kind of struck my mind when I was driving around looking at it, and I thought, oh yeah, one-way street, you know, this might come up. So I just wanted to throw that out there to give you guys all something to think about. So thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? Okay, this is ordinance, or no, we're still under the amendments, sorry. Any other questions about the amendments? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. The amendments are adopted 6-0 in the affirmative. Now we're back to the question of ordinance 1217 on second reading. Any further questions or comments on this ordinance? Council, we're going to do a roll call vote on 1217, second reading. Councilmember Boyer,
Yes.
Councilmember Shenegis,
Yes.
Councilmember Boger,
Yes.
Councilmember Jones,
Yes.
Councilmember Ellis,
Yes.
Council President.
Yes.
By roll call vote of 6-0 in the affirmative, ordinance 1217 is adopted on second reading. Item B, ordinance 1218, Councilmember Jones.
Thank you, Mayor. I move to introduce ordinance 1218 concerning amending Chapter 205 zoning by adding new Article 14 titled Development Rights and Responsibilities in the second reading.
Council, I have a motion by Councilmember Jones to introduce ordinance 1217 on second reading. Do I have a second on that?
Second.
Second by the Council President. Questions or comments on the introduction? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion to introduce ordinance 1217 on second reading carries 6-0 in the affirmative. This is an ordinance by the Mayor and City Council of Havre de Grace, adopted pursuant to the authority of Article 11E of the Maryland Constitution, the Land Use Articles, Sections 7-302B, and the Maryland Government Article of the Annotated Code of Maryland, and Section 33 and 34 of the Havre de Grace City Charter to amend City Code Chapter 205, zoning, by adding a new Article 14 titled Development Rights and Responsibilities Agreements. Council, to have a motion to adopt 1218 on second reading.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by the Council President, second by Councilmember Boyer. Questions or comments? Council President?
Mr. Mayor, we do have a recommended amendment to the ordinance from our Planning Commission. Specifically, Planning Commissioner Randy Craig suggested this, and I move to change line 159. It currently reads, under receipt of the petition, the mayor must. Want to replace that with under acceptance of the petition and receipt of the required fee, the mayor shall. So it shall read now, upon acceptance of the petition and receipt of the required fee, where I'm lost, sorry. The mayor shall refer the petition to the Planning Commission for a determination on whether the proposed agreement is consistent with the comprehensive plan. So that's my motion, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, Council, you understand the Council President's motion for line 159? Any questions?
Did it say the mayor must or the mayor shall?
The-
Can we get a read back on
It's
that?
changed to read shall.
Shall.
The mayor shall.
Okay.
So again, the change would read, upon acceptance of the petition and receipt of the required fee, the mayor shall.
Tracking. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, you want to put the.
Yeah, I have a
receipt
motion
of-
by the Council President. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilmember Jones. Any other questions or comments on the Council President's amendment? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Council President's amendment carries 6-0 in the affirmative. Thank you, Council. And we're back under the question for ordinance 1218, second reading. Any further questions on this amendment? Council, I'm going to do a roll call vote on 1218. Councilmember Shenegis.
Yes.
Councilmember Boger.
Yes.
Councilmember Jones.
Yes.
Councilmember Ellis.
Yes.
Council President.
Yes.
Councilmember Boyer.
Yes.
By a 6-0 vote in the affirmative, ordinance 1218 is adopted on second reading. Thank you. Okay, item 13, old business. This evening, we have no old business. That takes us to item 14, new business. And we have a couple special events.
Just a few.
We have 9 special events, and I'll leave it up to council how you want to handle this. Council President.
I apologize, I'm going back and I'm just confused. Did we vote on the amendments but not the ordinance on the?
We voted on the amendments and the ordinance.
Okay, I was making sure.
The amendments was a roll call, or was a voice vote, and the ordinance was a roll call vote.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's why I was waiting for it called individually.
We're good.
Mr. Mayor, without objection from the council, I'd like to do this as a consent
I have one clarification. If we could turn to special event Chesapeake Print and Book Arts Fair. There is,
Make the motion first before we have discussion?
Okay, Mr. Mayor, it's my motion, I'd like to remove item number 4 from the consent calendar, do item 4 individually and the rest the consent calendar.
Okay.
Microphone.
Okay, of the 9 special events under item 14, we will be on a consent counter and voting all these events in with the exception of item 4, which will be voted on individually, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Dr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. So the Department of Administration reached out to the various applicants for the events. Considering the weather, we offered them an opportunity to send an email in if they were going to be unable to be here, and I would read their comments about their events in the record. We did receive 4 emails. One of them is for an event that was pulled out of the consent calendar. Would you like me to read all 4, or would you like me to read the 3 that's associated with the consent calendar and then reserve the other one for when we discuss that event specifically? How would you like me to handle it?
I think reading them all now would be fine.
Okay, so the first one we received is from Miss Donna Mandel from the Havre de Grace Farmers Market. I am unable to attend the City Council meeting tonight in support of the Farmers Market application for 2026. I want to start by thanking the Mayor and City Council, as well as the Havre de Grace Police and Dr. Chris Ritchie, for all of your support over the past years as we celebrated 30 years in Havre de Grace. As we move into our 31st year, we are making some changes to improve our market and the experience for vendors and customers. 1, based on a survey of our 2025 vendors, we are moving our hours back to 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., our pre-COVID hours. The hour change is supported by research conducted by a board member that showed the target spot for most markets based on sales was a 2-hour window, approximately 9 to 11 a.m., as well as survey responses. However, vendors will still be able to sell to customers upon setup, so early birds will be encouraged. 2, we have received applications for and accepted more local vendors into the market, with 8 Havre de Grace businesses/individuals/organizations participating in 2026. Overall, we have 29 returning vendors and another 17 new vendors so far, including 3 new food truck vendors, which we plan on rotating to have 1 to 2 per market to not dilute sales. We look forward to working with the city on more special events and promotions for the farmers market in 2026. Thank you. Second email we received from Mr. Joseph Smith from Glyph Design Studio. And this is about the Chesapeake Printer and Book Arts Fair for May 9th. Dear Mayor and members of the City Council, I am writing regarding the special event application currently before you this evening, requesting approval to temporarily close the 200 block of Washington Street on Saturday, May 9th, 2020, it says 5, but I'm assuming he means 2026, for the Chesapeake Printer and Book Arts Fair. Unfortunately, we are unable to attend tonight's meeting, but wanted to briefly share a few details about the event and express our appreciation for your consideration. The Chesapeake Printer and Book Arts Fair, now entering its 4th year, celebrates the arts of printmaking, bookbinding, papermaking, and related crafts. The event brings together regional artists and makers for demonstrations, exhibits, and hands-on activities that invite visitors of all ages to experience traditional and contemporary print arts. For this year's event, we expect approximately 15 to 20 artist vendors along the block. We also plan to invite 1 or 2 food trucks and are encouraging nearby restaurants such as Cooper's Saloon, Havre de Grace to participate with outdoor dining during the event. In addition, we are currently in discussions with Battery Island Brewing Company about potentially hosting a small beer garden as part of the event, pending the appropriate approvals. Our goal is to create a small but vibrant arts event that activates 1 block of downtown, encourages people to explore Washington Street businesses, and complements other cultural activities happening around Havre de Grace during the spring season. The event is being organized by Glyph Design Studio, located in the 200 block of Washington Street, with the Havre de Grace Alliance serving as the nonprofit sponsor of record for the city's permitting process. We appreciate the city's continued support of community events that bring visitors downtown and highlight Havre de Grace's creative community. Thank you for considering our application. If there are any questions or additional information we can provide, please feel free to reach out. Thank you again for your time and consideration. Warm regards, Joseph Smith. Mr. Smith also sent an email regarding the Father's Day event application. Dear Mayor and Council members, thank you for taking the time to review our application for the first annual Father's Day Fest. While Glyph is submitting this application and the Havre de Grace Alliance is sponsoring it, we view this as a Washington Street merchant event, similar to what the Franklin Street merchants do for Mother's Day. Unfortunately, Don and I will not be able to attend tonight's meeting and apologize for our absence. However, we are working closely with Kelly Boyce on this event, and she plans to attend tonight's meeting if you have any questions. Either way, below is a quick overview of our plans, and we ask for your support. We are proposing a family-friendly street festival on Saturday, June 20th from 1 to 7 p.m., centered on the 100 and 200 blocks of North Washington Street, with Pennington Avenue closed between Lodge Lane and St. John Street. Here's what's coming together so far. We are in discussions with a local car club to display approximately 30 vintage cars on the 100 block of Washington. Battery Island Brewing Company will host a beer garden in front of their location at 101 North Washington. We are also lining up 2 or more distillery vendors for bourbon tastings, a barbecue vendor, and a curated mix of artisan and specialty food vendors, jerky, hot sauce, honey, custom knives, fishing lures, leather goods, and woodworking, among others. An important part of our planning has been ensuring that every outside vendor complements rather than competes with existing downtown shops and restaurants. We want this event to drive traffic into their doors, not away from them. We're encouraging businesses along the route to participate with extended storefronts and outdoor displays. The street closure footprint is consistent with what's used for other downtown events. Live music would be staged near the Washington and Pennington intersection. We believe this event can become a wonderful annual tradition that celebrates dads, supports our downtown businesses, and brings the community together on a beautiful June Saturday. Thank you for your consideration. We're happy to provide any additional information the council may need. Warm regards, Joseph Smith and Don Starr. We received this email from Kurt Doan, the president of Upper Chesapeake Bay Pride Foundation, regarding the Upper Chesapeake Bay Pride event. Good evening. Due to the weather, I'm not going to join the Havre de Grace City Council meeting this evening. I did want to offer the following. The UCB Pride Foundation has been offering its annual festival in Havre de Grace since 2019. We are deeply grateful to offer this event in a community that has celebrated our presence since the start. We're also thankful to have the support of St. John's, who has served as our host sponsor since the first event. Our goal has always been to offer a positive experience for the LGBTQIA+ community, an event for allies to join in celebrating, and a space for affirming community members to learn more about our community. We have also, over the past few years, encouraged festival goers to spend time visiting the many amazing local businesses in downtown Havre de Grace. Should you have any questions about our application this year, please do not hesitate to reach out. Sincerely, Kurt Doan. And those were the emails that I had received prior to the council meeting. So for your consideration on the consent calendar, we have the following events. Purple Up at the Lighthouse, April 12th, 2026, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Concord Point Park. Havre de Grace 2026 Farmers Market, May 2nd through December 19th, 2026, Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., 700 block of Pennington Avenue. Defenders Day in Havre de Grace, May 2nd, 2026, 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. at Concord Point Park. Friday night summer concert series in the park, June 5th through July 31st, 2026, 7:30 p.m. to 9:15 p.m. at Tidings Memorial Park and Gazebo. Washington Street Father's Day Fest, June 20th, 2026, 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the 100 and 200 blocks of North Washington Street. 38th Annual Children's Art Festival, September 12th, 2026, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Tidings Memorial Park and Gazebo. Upper Chesapeake Bay Pride Festival, October 3rd, 2026, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. at Concord Point Park. Washington Street Fall Festival, October 24th, 2026, 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. in the downtown area. And that concludes the events on the consent calendar this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Ritchie, for reading the comments into the record as well as the background on the special events. So again, we have 9 special events. All of them are going to be voted on as a consent calendar except for item number 4, which will be voted on separately. Council, do I have a motion to approve items 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9?
So moved.
A motion by the Council President, seconded by Councilmember Boger. Questions or comments?
Just a quick comment. So number 5 and number 7 are sponsored by your Havre de Grace Arts Commission, which I am the liaison for. So we're moving pretty quickly on those right there. Not to belabor, but you know the Friday night summer concerts are a definite treat. And of course, the 38th Annual Children's Art Festival, of course, you'll notice that the date's been moved to the left a little bit to accommodate some of the artists, but it doesn't interfere with anything happening at Tidings Park. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Boger. Any other questions or comments? Councilmember Shenegis.
I just want to say, on behalf of the 38th Annual Children's Arts Festival, school is starting, and it's perfect every year. It's a really nice way for the kids to gather after school is just starting up, so I'm glad to see it's a little later this year. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Shenegis. Any other questions or comments? Okay, roll call vote, or I'm sorry, voice call vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Okay, motion to approve items 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Carry 6-0 in the affirmative. We're going to go to item number 4.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. Item number 4 is the Chesapeake Print and Book Arts Fair, May 9th, 2026, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the 200 block of North Washington Street. Thank you.
Council, I have a motion to approve the Chesapeake Print and Book Arts Fair for May 9th, 2026.
So moved.
I have a motion by Councilmember Jones.
Second.
I have a second. Seconded by Councilmember Boyer. Questions or comments? Councilmember Shenegis.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to clarify on the application. It says they have a secured perimeter around the beer garden, but they did not check the box if alcohol was to be sold at the event or given away. So I just wanted clarification on that so that it would be a complete application.
I spoke with the applicant in regards to this. They did not check that box because they have not secured a vendor for that. So I think he said in his letter that they're attempting to do that. We put it on our call sheet that we were going to have 2 officers, and it was based off of the beer garden. So if they probably cancel that out and they can't work that out, then we'll probably pull our officers off the event.
Thank you for your clarification.
Councilmember Boyer.
I also want clarification. I just want to confirm that the Mother's Day Market is also that same weekend. Well, actually, that same day. It's going to be on Franklin Street, and this will be on just the 1 block of Washington. Is there going to be any Any issue as far as manning with either of those things? Any conflicts?
I don't believe there's any conflicts. You are correct that the Franklin Street is also having an event that day. No, so during the evaluation process that administration does, no conflicts were identified.
It is going to be a very busy day in town because we also have the Lock House Beer and Wine Festival that day as well. And then, of course, there's a lovely event where Mrs. Roper kind of invades Havre Grace that same day. It's just going to be an exciting day in Havre Grace. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other questions or comments? Okay, this is for item 4 on this evening's agenda under new business, the Chesapeake Print and Book Arts Fair for May 9th. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion approves to adopt the event, 6-0 in the affirmative. Thank you, council. We're going to go to director's reports, and we're going to start off with Dr. Ritchie.
Thank you, Mayor, Council. I normally say colleagues, but colleagues and citizens. So I do want to thank the City Council for adopting ordinances 1217 and 1218 this evening. And I do also want to offer my thanks to the City Attorney, April Ishak, and Mr. Rybczynski for their work on those ordinances. I'm sure you can tell, but a whole lot of work went into them, and we greatly appreciate that. Hollywood Nights, the ultimate tribute to Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band, is performing at the Star Center on the 20th at 8 p.m. The illusionist Leon Etienne, who has been featured on America's Got Talent, Jimmy Fallon, Masters of Illusion, and Penn and Teller Fool Us, is performing at the Star Center on the 28th at 7 p.m. And while it might not feel like it outside, summer is right around the corner, and that means that registration is open for the Star Center summer camps. So camps include, and please bear with me, the Kids Musical Theater Camp, and they will be working on the Disney's Lion King. The Junior Musical Theater Camp, they will also be working on a performance of Disney's Lion King. The Teen Musical Theater Camp, their performance is Dear Evan Hansen. And then we have Little Veterinarian Academy, Minecraft Summer Camp, Superhero Academy, Star Artists Camp, Tumbling Camp, Jurassic Camp, Princess Dance Camp, Sonic the Hedgehog Sports Camp, Decades of Disney, Junior Academy of Wizardry, Camp Half-Blood, Infinity and Beyond Space Camp, Super Mario STEM Camp, Beast Games Camp, Learn to Fly Aerial Arts, K-Pop Demon Hunters Summer Camp, Pinkalicious, Bugs Life Camp, Improv Theater for Beginners featuring freestyle fairy tales, Stranger Things Escape Room Camp, Let's Code, Pop Princess Dance Camp, Stranger Things Strategic Gaming Camp, and Lights, Camera, Action Filmmaking Camp. And please remember that going through the Star Center website, starcentermd.com, is the only way to ensure that you are receiving authentic Star Center event tickets. We do not sell tickets on other reseller sites. And you can learn more about these and all of the other amazing Havre de Grace events at explorehavredegrace.com. So, as I mentioned at the last council meeting, filing for candidacy in Havre de Grace's May 5th, 2026 election for 3 city council seats opened last week. It closes tomorrow, Tuesday, March 17th at 5 p.m. Currently, we actually have in this room 5 of the 7 candidates that have registered, have joined us. Actually, it looks like, yeah, 5.
Aren't there 8 candidates?
There's 7. Yep.
I miscounted.
Yep. So we have 5 of the 7 that have currently registered with us this evening. If you would like to learn more about the election for filing for candidacy, you can visit the city's website, havredegracemd.gov. There is a red banner at the top of the page that states City Election 2026, everything you need to know. Click on that banner and you will be taken to all of the information regarding filing for candidacy and also the election. And this concludes my comments for this evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Dr. Ritchie, any questions for the council? Any questions for Director of Administration? Thank you. Okay, we're going to go to, sorry, what?
I was going to ask if there's a
Any reasonable question
maximum
for
age?
Director of Administration?
No, actually, no reasonable questions, you're right. Is there a maximum age for the Superhero Academy?
My understanding is all of these summer camps have a minimum and a maximum age. You know, I could inquire for you specifically.
Thank you. We're going to go to Chief Crass. Good evening.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, citizens. The only comment I wanted to make was just a thank you to the Harford County Department of Emergency Services. They've been keeping us well appraised as to today's forecast. We were watching very intently on radar, and it seemed like the storm was coming hard at us, and it just kind of broke up right at the last minute. So anyway, I think we did very well considering everything, and you know, nothing's 100% when it comes to the weather. So I thought they did a good job of making some good decisions and erring on the side of caution. So thank you. That's it for us tonight.
Thank you very much for your comments, Chief. Any questions for Chief Crass? Okay. We're going to go to business from the council members, and we're going to start off with Councilmember Boger. Good evening.
Thank you, Mayor Martin, fellow council, the directors who are with us, the citizens who are in the audience with us tonight. I come at you first and foremost. I think we are a city and a nation that's actually in mourning. Not only did we lose the two citizens that the mayor indicated at the beginning of the council meeting tonight, but also some service members overseas, with the anticipation that there'll probably be some more losses. So just kind of keep the service members in your mind there. We appreciate that. And of course, remember March 11th, the day that we lost the two citizens to a house fire on Area Street. I also understand that there was the Susquehanna Hose Company had one injury. I think it was one of our guys. And we actually have a brand new firefighter in the audience with us tonight, Officer Clark. I think she's certified. So, yeah. So congratulations to you, and just be safe out there. I know you'll do great things. Make us proud. One event, the Juliette Gordon Lowe founder, she's the founder of the Girl Scouts. We're having an event at the American Legion, April the 12th. It's to create some funding and some awareness to support the Living History program, and that's at 1 o'clock. Actually, the whole event kicks off at 11:30, April 12th. If you can come on out there and support as Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts, it's a combined deal. There's a lot of different members of the community who know who are being a part of this. So I want to make it a nice event, right? I think the last thing that I want to do is I'd like to make a motion tonight to illuminate the Concord Point Lighthouse. Colors blue and yellow to commemorate the World Down Syndrome Day on March the 21st. Second.
Council, I have a motion by Councilmember Boger, second by Councilmember Boyer, to illuminate the lighthouse blue and gold.
Blue and yellow.
Oh, blue and yellow on March 21st. Councilmember Ritchie, did you want to say something?
I just wanted to let you know the administration already took care of that, and we've scheduled.
Oh, we did.
Yeah,
we already took care of it and answered them back.
Yeah, requests came in, and we've already taken care of making that happen.
Okay. I mean, if we want, we can vote on it and make it a council action, though. I mean.
Okay, sure.
Okay. All right.
Motion carries.
Dr. Ritchie.
Motion carries.
Okay, so, okay, I have a motion by Councilmember Boger, second by Councilmember Boyer to illuminate the lighthouse blue and yellow on March 21st. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Now it's official. Okay, thank you very much, Councilmember Booker. You're
Well,
still
in
on.
closing, I want to say, make sure you wear your multicolored socks on March the 21st, too. Yeah, now they're clean, don't worry about it. And make sure you wear your crazy socks on March the 21st as well. That's all I have, Mayor Martin, thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And we're going to go to comments from Councilmember Ellis.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Directors, and citizens here and at home. I'll keep my comments short tonight. I want to congratulate Meadowvale for winning the staff basketball game last week. It was exciting as always. It was great to see all the kids and the families, and it was actually sold out again. I'm not sure how many years they've sold out, but it's been sold out every year I've gone the past 3 years, so it's a great event. Additionally, I want to thank the Susquehanna Host Company. A couple days ago, my girlfriend called me. Her CO2 alarms were going off in her house. I called Chief Hurst. He had people out there right away. They were great with her son, great with us, the dogs. Somebody across the street came over and brought her son a lollipop. Everything was fine. But I appreciate them showing up quick and taking care of that and making sure we were safe. The alarm went off because her dryer is a gas dryer, and there was a big bird's nest in the vent. So just a heads up, if you can check your vents and check all that so we can avoid any other incidences in town, that would be great. Thank you. That's all I have.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Ellis. Good evening, Councilmember Jones.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Directors, citizens in the audience, and citizens at home. I wanted to say a happy Women's History Month, and I think we're actually making history on the dais with the first time, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, in the history with 3 women on the dais, so that's great news for 2026. I also wanted to congratulate Rio's Grill. This is one of the owners from Marty's, has branched out on his own, so I just wanted to give a congratulations that Rio's Grill is now open. I also want to give condolences to the family of Pastor Reginald Bishop, who passed away recently. He led the congregation at St. James A&E Church, Gravel Hill, was raised in Havre de Grace, graduated from Havre de Grace High School, and I know that he was widely known and loved in this community. His services will be held Friday at the Life of the Well Ministries, and I believe that we have a proclamation for his family, or recognition for his family as well. Just a few things that are coming up that I thought were interesting activities. This Wednesday, McGregor's Restaurant is hosting History Untapped, Remembering the Ladies. On Thursday, there's Music Bingo at 501 St. John Street. This Saturday is the Grown Up Book Fair from 2 to 6 at Market Street Brewery. That should be a lot of fun. And then don't forget, every Saturday we have our winter mini market that's right here in front of City Hall. And then speaking of the Luckiest Light, they were on the news this evening, but I've just been noticing how they've been having event after event after event and doing such wonderful things in the community. On April 11th, they will have something called Colors of Courage, and it's a military family paint night. And as a military brat, I think that should be a lot of fun for the family and the community. Thank you. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Jones. And good evening, Councilmember Boyer.
Thank you, Mayor. I just want to say that thank goodness she had a CO2 detector. And, I think that's also very important, not only for all of anybody who's a homeowner, but anybody who has rentals. I think it's very important to make sure not only you have the fire alarms working, but the CO2 detectors working, and thank God she did. Driving through town, something I've noticed is there's a growing amount of potholes, especially Chapel Road. That's been getting more and more interesting. And I know that the asphalt plants are probably going to be starting up in the next, we were hoping this week, but depending on the weather and the temperatures, it might be not till next week. So if you, I would assume, if you have any potholes on streets, not in your own personal parking lot, but on the street that you would like to suggest for this city to prioritize, they just call into the front line, phone line, and it'll be put on the list by DPW, correct? Tracking. Okay, great. And it just reaffirms, the importance of making sure that we keep working on our infrastructure. Things that, not aside from the potholes around town, I've also noticed that our curbs are got it really bad a couple of times as well. Parking spots down at the yacht basin had the curbs, or whatever, the thing that stops you from parking too far forward, they're all over the place too. So a lot to be done this spring for cleaning up, but it's something that we should prioritize in our budget to keep the infrastructure going. And then finally, we have this wonderful man in town, Reverend Baron Young, who is going to be retiring, and Councilwoman Jones and I will be presenting, and Tammy too, we're all going to be presenting him a proclamation on behalf of the council. And he is the Reverend at St. James AME, and I think it's this Sunday at 11 o'clock. And, the one thing, what do you give a priest when he retires? Because they don't really want for a lot. But
Oh,
the
this is
one
a joke?
thing,
It's a joke?
no, but the one thing that they really
Okay.
want is they want everybody's prayers.
Oh, that, yeah.
So if everybody on Sunday could just lift him up in prayer and thanks and celebration for a job well done, and in the name of his Lord. That's it. Thank you. A joke.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Boyer. Comments from Councilmember Shenanigans.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, Administration, citizens in the audience, and those at home. It is wonderful to be here tonight. I'm so thankful that the storm has been calm. I'm hoping it stays that way, but I'm also thankful that in the event that it was catastrophic, that some of our directors were able to get home, and our schools were allowing the children to get home safely, as well as their teachers. So I want to say this to Miss Amy Rosencrans. Thank you so much. I'm so proud of the great work you and your team did for the Lighthouse fundraiser this past week. It was fun. It was great. It was wonderful to see the community come together with donations and to come out and to give more donations to continue to keep our lighthouse running and available to our citizens. And also, Amy, I thank you, Dr. Amy Rosencrans. She has been putting out information in honor of women in history for the 250-year anniversary of our community for their participation in Havre de Grace. Mostly women getting involved in education, in city council, working with different entities, but it's just neat to read those stories. If you're not a person on Facebook, find someone that is. They come out, a new one every day. There's a new lady that's featured, and it's some of those famous names out there. So I really want to encourage you to go read those. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful and safe, happy St. Patrick's Day and a good time welcoming in the spring. Until next time, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Shenanigans. And finally, we're going to have comments from the Council President. Council President Ringsager.
Mr. Mayor, Council, citizens all, and especially I'd like to recognize the candidates who filed to serve our beautiful city. And you still have one more day out there, but I think we've got a really good field of candidates coming up. It's going to be a great race. It's better than when we have 3 people running for 3 seats. We actually have something interesting to do now. So good luck to everybody running. I really do commend you all for filing. Believe me, I know how much time and effort you have to put in now for the next 2 months or month and a half, and what you're expected to do when you are on the dais. So good luck. I too would like to recognize the Susquehanna Host Company, not only for their valiant efforts, you know, that they do every day, but especially on the house fire, the tragic house fire, by mitigating some of the other property damage that could have happened by the fire spreading to adjacent buildings and being able to knock the fire down in a timely manner. So it's a great thing about living in Havre Grace is we do have an amazing fire department, and I do commend them for that. Just real quick, you've heard me say her name before, Madison Berth. She just won, for the third time, she is state wrestling champion. How awesome is that? And she's from Havre Grace, but a magnet program in Bel Air this year. So, but she's a great girl, and congratulations to her. She's just, man, I can imagine her wrestling with her brothers growing up, like pinning them down. They're big kids too. That's probably how she got so good. But 3 times champion, I don't think that's ever been done, and she's a potential to go forward because she's only a junior. So if she wins it next year, you know, a 4-peat, that's awesome. And I'm positive she's going to get a scholarship or something for college, you know, for wrestling. That's absolutely awesome. Congratulations to her, to Stephanie and Daryl and Eddie and all them, the family. So also to Rob Davis, one of my scouts, Scout Troop 965, Level Webster. We recently had Rob's Court of Honor where he received his Eagle Scout Award. So congratulations to him. And I also enjoyed going to the Lighthouse St. Patrick's Day dinner. Congratulations, excellent work to Amy Rosenkrantz. And went up to the, on Friday, we went to the R. Madison Mitchell Endowment Dinner, where they raised quite a bit of money for R. Madison Mitchell's 125th birthday. It was really cool seeing a lot of the stuff that was donated. Mitch Mitchell, a good friend of ours, when he passed, the family donated a bunch of his personal decoys of his father's to the silent auction and to the actual auction, and they raised a lot of money to keep the Maritime Museum going. So I have no other comments, Mr. Mayor. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Council President. We're going to go to comments from the mayor. So on Thursday night here at the council chambers, well, actually, let me back up for a second. Last summer, by executive order, I created a temporary committee. The name of this committee was the Pro-Business and Pro-Citizen Code Review Committee Code Review Committee. It got the nickname pretty quickly, the Red Tape Committee, and the object of this committee is to review all city ordinances and streamline anything that is too cumbersome or outdated. These are all the recommendations made to council. Of course, I mean, they can't do it themselves, but they're an official committee that reviews things with my city staff. And if they're, like I say, if anything could be made simpler, anything no longer applies, anything's too cumbersome, is to make a recommendation. And it pertains to a whole wide variety of ordinances. Well, one of the things they want to dive into is zoning. Zoning is a big thing for our city, especially lately with new product of homes that want to become available, undeveloped land in the city, such as the interchange and things like that. We're looking for possible recommendations for rezoning. Again, these are only recommendations, but on Thursday night, this temporary committee, we call the Red Tape Committee, is going to be here in the council chambers at 6 o'clock. And they are soliciting any public comment from any citizen who wishes to speak for up to 3 minutes on anything that they think the Red Tape Committee should look at and perhaps make a recommendation for council to take under consideration. The purpose of this meeting will be to receive formal public testimony regarding the city's current zoning for the following zoning districts: the RO, Residential Office District; the RB, the Residential Business District; and the MOE, the Mixed Office Employment Center, which is located up at the interchange on I-95. Public comments will be limited to 3 minutes a person. Oral comments will be accepted during the meeting, and written comments may be sent prior to the meeting to Mr. Amberchinsky at adamr@havregracemd.com. So anyway, the Pro-Business, Pro-Citizen Committee, also known as the Red Tape Committee, they're just going to have a meeting here Thursday night at 6 o'clock just to listen to any citizen that wishes to speak on those 3 zoning categories. And again, their job is to eventually make a recommendation back to the legislative body here. A couple things I'd like to talk about. You know, Havre de Grace is always in the news one way or the other, and most of it's good, not bad. And so, Parade Magazine the other week recognized the city of Havre de Grace as a top 40 finalist in the United States, not just Maryland. Top 40 in Maryland, that would be pretty bad. But anyway, I mean, well, actually, isn't there like 150 so minutes? That wouldn't be too bad anyway. But I mean, I'm talking about top 40 in the United States. Parade Magazine recognized our great city as a top 40 finalist, which I think that's pretty cool. The secret's getting out. And also, we were ranked number 6 this year for Maryland's safest cities. Now, where does this come from? This report was released last month, and we were named as one of the safest cities in our state based on crime rates and other data from the Federal Bureau of Investigation, which is basically, they look at cities with low per capita crime rates, reported crime, things like that. It's also used by a company called SafeWise, which is also an insurance-based company that judges cities. But we were ranked number 6 out of 10. But let me read the first 5 to you real quick. The safest city in Maryland was Frostburg. Isn't that where you went to college?
Yes, sir. Go Bobcats.
All right. Well, it's a safe city now.
Yeah, because I left. That's how we ended up down at number 6.
So the safest city in Maryland's Frostburg. The second safest city is Ocean Pines. I know, that's the point I'm getting to, right? These are all non-cities in my opinion. I'm joking. Frostburg, number 2 is Ocean Pines. Number 3 is Thurmont. It's a little downtown. I was in Thurmont. Brunswick, Maryland. Hampstead, Maryland. And then you got Havre de Grace, which I really think, I've been in all those places. Havre de Grace is like the first real city of real significant size. And for us to make that list, that's pretty impressive. I mean, we're not like a little hamlet. We're a city.
The only ones in central Maryland.
Yeah, that's right. Good point. We're the only ones in central Maryland because number 7 is Glen Arden, Rockville, Gaithersburg, and Mount Airy. So, it's a testament to our police department. It's also a testament to the character of the people who live in our city, who just want to live in a decent city and be decent people. And I always say that all goes together with the good policing and good government and good people and good community, good schools and things for people to do. So it all plays in together. There's no one thing that makes us safe. It's just who we are as a community and who we want to be as a community and our expectations from each other. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. We've been on this list before, but it's been a while since we've been on. So let's go over back. And with that said, don't forget to wear your green tomorrow for St. Patrick's Day. Whatever you decide to consume, be safe, and enjoy yourselves tomorrow in Havre de Grace. I'm sure our restaurants are ready for you. And with that said, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
A motion by the council president, second by Councilmember Jones. Second by Councilmember Jones. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed say nay. Motion to adjourn carries 6-0 in the affirmative. The time is now 8:11. Thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you in a couple weeks.